Back to work on the mower. I'll try not and make this video super long like the other one. I didn't realize I'd made so many video, short clips like that. I went in, I thought, well, I'll see what I have. I thought maybe there was 15 minutes. And then when I uploaded all the video, I had an hour and a half, hour and 38 minutes to be exact. So I had to do a lot of editing to get it down, but there was a couple clips that weren't there. Like I started the camera thinking I was stopping it and then stopping it and instead starting it. So when I was out painting and like I painted the fuel tank here, and I thought I videoed painting it, but all I did was video the bushes with nobody standing out there, because every time I went out to start spraying I turned the camera off, and then when it came back in I turned it back on. But that's just life, that's the way it goes. So anyway, we're gonna get back to work on finishing the engine up and get it all painted up, and then I'll probably put this video up. Try not to make it as long as the other video. This is all part of throw it in the parts washer and clean that grease out of there. This is the spring, which is in good shape. The recoil rope, which I'm going to replace. And this is the inside of the starter thing, which needs a good cleaning. So I'll get all this stuff cleaned up, and I'll have to tape this off kind of carefully. It's still a little dented here, so I'm going to bump some more of that out. And then my dad bumps it up. He bumped this thing out. I guess it was pretty badly smashed. You can see where the flywheel's still rubbed on it a little bit, but we'll get it all straightened up. There's that dent. You can see it from here. And cleaned, and so we can paint it up nice and pretty. Dad uses wooden blocks, and he doesn't bang things up when he's straightening, but we'll get that in the parts washer now. Sorry about the air compressor noise, but I wanted to video this before I blast it off. There's a Briggs and Stratton decal, and you can see where it went there, crossed, and up here, but I already blasted that away. But you can certainly see remnants of an old decal on there. I hope that shows up, maybe that way. But anyway, we're going to finish bead blasting off, see if I can find a new decal for there. There's a few little dings right here where it was smashed in this corner and it was dented here. That dent knocked out, but these will look bad with it painted gloss black. So I'm going to mask that to bead blast it, and then I just was careful not to bead blast that, over the tape or anything. But I'm going to put a little filler in there. So I'm going to mask this, prime it with metal etching primer, and then I'm going to put some filler, and then there's some pits. I think my grandpa or somebody must have repainted this blower housing at one time, because you saw it had a Briggs decal on there, and you can see there's no rust or pits where that decal was. It was kind of ended right about there and went from there to there. So I'll probably see if I can get all the decals for the blower housing, for the air cleaner. Any decals that were on the 6BHS I'll try and get, but I'm definitely going to fix these little dings right there. I just think it would look nicer, so I guess I'll mask this and get some primer on it. And this was really nasty, so I gave that a really quick, just on the one side, quick bead blast. And I'll paint this so it doesn't rust. That steel, I'll probably paint it silver. But there we go. Let me get this primed so I can put some filler on it and let it dry overnight, and then I'll sand it all. I'll just do it all with my finger, just smear a little on it. But yeah, you saw how bad this looked before I took it off. Big old rust scars on it and everything. But I think it's going to look really good. I'll let that harden overnight, give it a sand out, and then probably some filler primer will finish, put it on there pretty heavy, sand it out, put another coat on, sand it out, and then it should be ready for paint. So while I'm waiting on, well, I still got the engine block to do, but I think I'm going to take some paint stripper and carefully put it on the crankcase and stuff without getting it on the gasket parting surface. Just I can sand around those edges. But to get all this, obviously my grandfather had repainted this at one time, and it's, I think I don't know if he used a brush or a spray can or what, but yeah, its paint's pretty thick on there. So we're gonna clean it off down to the bare aluminum, and then I'll repaint it. So that's all sanded out, the body filler, and I'm gonna spray it with that sandable primer. I'll show you, and then I'll probably do that a couple times. But it filled most of the pits. You can see where it was heavily pitted right in here and in here. So we'll get some sandable stuff on there and give it a couple sand outs, and hopefully this will look good once it's finished. That's the primer I used right there. So that sands out pretty good. I use the different colors, and I know what you know, I like to use the green etching, that I know when it's etched, and I know when this is sandable because it's gray, so on and so forth. So I use the different color primers for the different types of primer they are, so I know what the heck it is. One coat of sandable primer. I'll let that dry overnight probably, and then give it a 400, and then I'll recoat it, let it dry overnight, and possibly a 600. In the meantime, I'm going to get some paint stripper and start stripping sections of this engine block. I've just been brushing the paint stripper on here, avoiding the parting surface as much as possible, and it's, look at that, it's taking the paint off, and then when it doesn't get off, I'll just take a Scotch-Brite on my Dremel and you know, cut it off. And 805 Road King does that. It comes out pretty good. Cleans things up with a Scotch-Brite on a Dremel. He just cuts a little hole in the, or cuts it round and punches a little hole and puts it on his Dremel, and that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to do this side in the front of the engine, then I'm going to tip it over and strip the paint on the other side. But that looks almost like it's ready to wipe off, and then I'll tackle the other side, and we can get it all primed up with zinc chromate and ready for paint. I got 90% of it off. There's still a little down in here that I missed with the paint stripper, but it comes right off, as you can see. And I'll get in there with a little Dremel and maybe a wire wheel on it, because that stuff just flakes right off. Little wire wheel. So I got this oil coming out of the breather and valves and stuff. We'll wash this thing down with lacquer thinner. That gave it a good start to cleaning it up. I'm going to get my little tiny wire wheel on my Dremel and just go around and get all the nooks and crannies. I'm not going to clean any of the, like there's marks here from when it was cast and stuff, and I'm not going to clean any of that off. I'm going to leave all the flashing, all that stuff just as it is from when it was made. I'm just going to clean it all up and get it ready for paint. It's aluminum, there's no dings, or, you know, it's not like sheet metal, so I'm just going to, like I say, just clean it and prime it. I was going to use this like a Scotch-Brite and go around and get, but I think I'm going to use the wire wheel instead. I used this on the XL175 when I did the engine on it, and I could get in the cooling fins and everything really well. Yeah, see, that cleans it up nice. That takes it right down to the bare casting. Alright, so I'm just going to go around and I want to get in all these. This I can go over probably with a piece of light sandpaper, but looks like it's doing the job getting the stuff off. Alright, I'm going to go around and do the whole engine with this. Get all the little nooks and crannies like back in here. That's where it needs it, you know, with this wire brushes and all those little nooks and crannies. Alright, I'm not going to bore you with doing this, I'm just going to do. That came out pretty good. I don't know what I'm videoing, the sun shining on my screen so I can't really see it, but it's paint ready. We can get the shroud paint ready, we'll blow some paint on it. I put the recoil spring and this back in. I didn't put the rope in yet. I can just wind this up and then feed the rope in, but I wanted to get that in before so I wouldn't scratch the housing up when I go to install it. So I'm going to mask things up and get it ready to spray. I'm going to mask this, and once it's masked it will be ready for spraying. Well, I went to turn the camera off and it was completely shut down, so I must have hit the power button instead of the record button. Anyway, it's painted. There we go, we got the engine painted. I'll paint it up underneath there. And I got the blower housing painted. I'm going to take that tape off that here shortly as soon as it's tacked up. But yeah, I was painting, trying to get some paint right in here, and it kind of blew it because, you know, I'm just hanging it from there, so it blew the housing and caused my gun to hit it right there and got to run. But we'll get over it, and I think it's going to look fantastic. So there we go. And I ordered new decal for here and for the air cleaner and carburetor. Some miscellaneous bits there that holds that. Cooling shield on carburetor bolts, throttle, the little cooling thing right there. So everything should be painted up for the engine, so I'll let it dry and start reassembling it maybe next week sometime. Yeah, and I put the handles back on the mower too, and the handles, they fold up. You flip these things up, and they fold up like that for easier storage. And you know, you can back it right up against the wall, I guess, and it doesn't take as much room with the handles straight up. Well, I gotta clean the spray gun, so I'm gonna do that right now, but I'm gonna call it a video so this video isn't super long like the last one. So if you like the video, definitely hit the like button. If you want to see this mower finished up and running, subscribe to my channel by hitting that 348 engine icon that pops up there. And thank you for watching my video.